Hi Aquarius, welcome to your end of July 2020 General Tarot Update. It's Raina here, just shuffling the cards and seeing what is up with that. Putting it like this. I did the same type of thing and then I got the same card. I can't remember what sign it was. But it did that. Wow, you have all this psychic energy with these cards. I'm just gathering them up. And I'm trying to see here what we got. Let's see. Of course. So the heart of the matter is the Moon card, and this is a card that is connected to Pisces, but it's also the ruler of Cancer. Sometimes I look at this as the timing card, if this is something that has to do with a trigger point, if you will. But the Moon card, and I would say this because of some of the other cards that are in this reading, can really be about intrigue or something that's below the surface that you're not privy to, some situation that is being hidden, or that somebody is giving you a bit of what do they call that, the sin of omission. You're getting certain facts but you're not getting the whole picture. So you're kind of kept in the dark. I think that's what I mean to say. And that means that you may be very confused about what is going on. Because of other cards that are present here, I could see perhaps a love situation, but I try to keep it open in case other people are not dealing with that. I want to be as universal as possible. In the past position, we have the Ace of Cups. So this is new love, but it even can be like a new offer, some kind of a job in the healing arts, some kind of new creative project. And who knows, maybe it's coming from you as well, something that you are working on from your end of things. And yeah, one thing I should say, because I always focus on the negative parts of the Moon card, but the positive parts are intuition, so heightened intuition, creative pursuits, and things like that. And so something, you could be involved in the creative arts or in the healing arts, but in some way, whether you're starting a business, you're doing some kind of an art project, what have you. It's funny, when I pressed record, I noticed there was a train that was almost finished going, and now there's another freight train going in the opposite direction, so I hope you can't hear it too much, but it's distracting for me. The higher message is the Five of Swords. So this kind of reiterates a rather what we would call clandestine, or behind the scenes kind of smear campaign, or somebody doing something deceptive. This might even be a love relationship. So perhaps you're getting some a sense that something isn't right within a relationship, and it's because that person has met somebody new, that the Ace of Cups, that they have fallen in love with. But it could also be on the other side, where you have met somebody new, and the reason that you're ripe for this is because that other person has pulled away, and that represents the Five of Swords. So in other words, they created the climate which left you vulnerable to that kind of possibility. What crosses you is the High Priestess. And this is a card of like tuning into your higher self. So it's funny, I got like 3 cards that were all connected to the idea of like psychic abilities and activities. The High Priestess in the challenge position, though, is not connecting with your higher self. The Moon card can be confusion and maybe being emotional, uncharacteristically emotional. And this is happening because, possibly something is getting triggered within you, and so you're not able to see the situation as it is. So an example would be, especially, I always say, Aquarius, I go, Aquarians are very detached, and I get people, I'm not detached, I'm very emotional. Yeah, well, if you have if you have a moon sign in water and or inner planets in Pisces, yes, of course, you're going to be a lot more emotional than the typical Aquarian. And in that particular case, if you sense that somebody is cheating on you, even though an Aquarius person in general is known for being like non-possessive and things like that, that doesn't mean that that's going to be across the board. There are other influences. A person, an Aquarius person who has a lot of water is going to be have a greater tendency, I would think, of being emotionally attached to somebody and therefore not wanting that person to have other relationships. So that could trigger, even the thought of somebody cheating on you could trigger within you an emotional response, and that overrides the wisdom of the High Priestess, which is really about, if somebody is like that, then that's a sign that that isn't a good relationship to be in. So, you can see where I'm going with that. And another thing, too, is that in the workplace, these things can happen as well, where there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes, a lot of people jockeying for position. That's how I see the Five of Swords. And sometimes lying. They call it lying on somebody, slandering them. But even if they're not lying, but they're just trying to, present the bad side of a coworker to the boss, that is bad too, because they may even smile to your face while they're doing this. And the worst part is knowing that something's going on, and you can't really do anything about it because you don't know, you don't have proof. With the Ace of Cups, this is what I'm saying is, if you've had any new ideas or have begun some kind of project of a creative or spiritual nature, that may be something that you gravitate more towards. I don't know, this came into my mind, but the Five of Swords, like in academia, people wanting tenureship or what have you, and being very political about it. What's coming in is a Six of Swords. This is you leaving, relocating, sailing to smoother, more harmonious waters, and that's a choice that you make, a choice for peace amidst all of this kind of maybe underhanded behavior, two-faced behavior, and the confusion that it has produced within you. And the outcome card is the Queen of Cups. So this is the poster child of the artist, and the psychic. This is also a card of the mother, so perhaps for some people, this is even something that you have decided to do, like maybe start a home business and work from home and not have to deal with people that, you know, don't have their own sense of personal power, and they're looking to gain it through by any means necessary, you know. And there's definitely a lot of psychic influences in this, so it makes me think of the healing arts, Reiki, shamanic healing, mediumship, painting, and other types of artistic, even like graphic design, anything that is more on the creative side than the intellectual side that you represent. So, but you do have that reputation, Aquarius, for being very intuitive as well. So this is certainly not an area that would be out of bounds for you. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this. If you would like a personal reading, the link is below. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.